Assalamu alaikum, I'm Aisha and you're watching Samaa News. Here are today's headlines. The United States and Iran have agreed on a structured 60-day roadmap to reach a comprehensive peace deal following high-level talks in Switzerland, according to a joint statement issued by mediators Pakistan and Qatar. The negotiations, held at Bergenstock near Lake Lucerne, brought together US, Iranian, Pakistani, and Qatari officials in what was described as an positive and constructive atmosphere. Both sides agreed to establish a formal process for continued diplomatic engagement. Under the roadmap, a high-level committee and technical working groups will oversee key issues including nuclear arrangements, sanctions, dispute resolution, and implementation of the Islamabad MOU. A direct US-Iran communication channel and a de-escalation mechanism for Lebanon were also established. Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi has praised Pakistan and Qatar's diplomatic efforts, saying their mediation has led to major progress in efforts to end the Lebanon conflict. In a post on X, Araghchi said sustained mediation by both countries helped achieve significant breakthroughs during recent US-Iran talks in Switzerland, including steps on sanctions relief sets and easing of blockade-related restrictions. He said the process also includes plans for a reconstruction and development framework, while warning that implementation of the Lebanon de-confliction mechanism will be the key test of the agreement's success. Earlier, Iran's foreign ministry said tensions briefly stalled talks following a threatening statement from US President Donald Trump, but dialogue was restored with continued efforts by Pakistan and Qatar. Global oil prices declined after US-Iran talks concluded in Switzerland, easing concerns over supply disruptions and geopolitical tensions. Brent crude fell $1.53, or 1.90%, to $79.04 per barrel, after briefly touching $82.30 earlier in the session. US West Texas Intermediate, WTI, also eased to $76.53 per barrel ahead of contract expiry. Markets reacted to signals of improved supply prospects, including reported export waivers for Iran and expectations of higher output from other producers. Analysts said the talks reduced immediate fears over disruptions in key shipping routes, such as the Strait of Hormuz, though long-term uncertainty remains. As talks continued in Switzerland, President Donald Trump warned that Iran could face renewed military action if it failed to stop what he called its proxies in Lebanon from causing unrest. In a social media post, Trump said Washington would respond forcefully if tensions escalate, despite ongoing efforts to preserve the regional ceasefire. Separately, talking to a news channel, Trump said the Memorandum of Understanding with Iran is not a final agreement, but an extension of the current ceasefire. Trump said he retains multiple options if negotiations fail, adding that the 60-day window will determine whether a broader deal can be reached. He also warned that Washington could consider taking control of the Strait of Hormuz in the future and collecting tolls from shipping traffic. He described the United States as a potential guardian angel of the strategic waterway, suggesting it could seek a 20% share of the oil passing through the route. Separately, Pezeshkian made it clear that Tehran will not give up its right to enrich uranium and expects the United States to eventually accept that position. His comments at a policy summit come as Iranian and US negotiators meet in Switzerland for talks aimed at securing a lasting agreement after months of conflict. Meanwhile, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says Iran will never acquire nuclear weapons for as long as I am Prime Minister. Speaking at the JNS Policy Summit in Jerusalem, he said Israel and the United States often see eye to eye, but remain independent states with their own interests. Netanyahu stressed that Israel will continue acting to protect its security, including ongoing military operations and security zones in Gaza, Syria, and Lebanon. The Israeli leader also said Israel has changed its security doctrine to allow preemptive strikes against threats, while reaffirming that efforts to prevent Iran's nuclear program will continue regardless of diplomatic talks. Meanwhile, Hezbollah leader Naim Qassem has said that the group will respond to any Israeli violation of the ceasefire and insisted that Israel will not remain in Lebanon. His remarks come as Israeli officials maintain their forces can continue operations against perceived threats, despite the truce that took effect on Friday. Right-wing candidate Abelardo de la Espriella, endorsed by Donald Trump, has narrowly won Colombia's presidential election, according to initial vote counts, marking a major political shift in the country. With over 99% of votes counted, de la Espriella led left-wing rival Iván Cepeda by a slim margin of about 49.7% to 48.7%. Cepeda has not conceded, saying the results are not yet official. De la Espriella, a political outsider and lawyer, pledged a hardline crackdown on armed groups, drug trafficking and crime, calling his win the start of a new stage for Colombia. Trump welcomed the result, writing on Truth Social, "He won big." That's all for now. For more updates, visit www.samaa.tv. Thank you for watching Samaa News.